A happier story about animals now, and you may remember on yesterday's programme we introduced you to the military dogs and their role in modern warfare. Well, tonight we meet the horses of the Household Cavalry and King's Troop, who share the same base at the Defence Animal Centre in Melton Mowbray.
Well, the days of horses on the battlefield are of course long gone, but the military takes the training and welfare of its ceremonial horses every bit as seriously as it did when they were the main mode of transport. Callum Watkinson reports.
Horses were once the backbone of British Army operations. These days, their role is purely ceremonial. But these lavish state events are still seen by the brass as a vital part of military life.
They do engender discipline, they engender a real sense of pride, and also it's our link to the public, to people to see those soldiers and their horses and officers, and just our support and commitment to the country that we serve.
Every horse begins its active service here, at the Defence Animal Centre in Melton Mowbray, where the Army has been training horses for more than a century.
1903 is when we actually first purchased this site, and that was purchased by the War Department. At that stage, that's all the military had. You either rode it or it was in shafts and it pulled a cart. At the height, 9,000 horses were on this estate. The tenants in the stables now number in the hundreds. When they're not on duty, the horses come here for further training and essential running repairs. The on-site farriery goes through 4,000 shoes every year.
The horse's hoof at the bottom has very complex structures, and it has bones and everything else inside that living hoof capsule. So being able to skillfully put 6 nails and a shoe onto the bottom of that living structure takes a lot of practice, a lot of skill.
Which is why the Army trains its own farriers. It's one of the longest apprenticeships the military offers, and for young recruits a chance to train in an ancient trade that's far less accessible on Civvy Street.
It's quite a hard course to get on to start with, to be taken on as an apprentice. And there's not much money to start with, so you've got to have quite a lump sum to save up, where whilst in the Army it pretty much comes free, so and the training's better in my eyes as well.
This centre has survived round after round of defence spending cuts, a reflection of the esteem in which horses are held by majors and ministers alike. Surely even the thriftiest Briton would admit that the fraction of the MOD's budget spent keeping the Defence Animal Centre running is money well spent when it gives us spectacles like this. Callum Watkinson, ITV News.